Well, hey there, YouTube. Welcome to my domain. This is Everything Animated. Today is June 7th, and do you know what that means? Today is my birthday. I am 29 years old. Got it. Feels like it was the other day that I freaking graduated high school, and it was over 3 years when I graduated college. And yeah, time certainly does fly. It really does. What I'm about to show you is what I did for Phoenix Comicon this past weekend. It most certainly wasn't my best experience, but overall, did I have a good time? Sure. Would I go back next year? I don't know. I'll go over that once the video starts. I'm gonna do a little commentary, I guess. Here's something I got from Phoenix Comicon. I won this prize. That was fun. But without further ado, here is the video. Yeah, so Friday was pretty much an absolute shit day. We had to wait outside in the sweltering heat. There's me, just looking so upset. It took an hour and a half to get inside, and we never had this problem before when it came to the lines in the past. It's just for some reason, I guess they decided that, it was a good idea to have everyone wait outside. They underestimated the crowd for a Friday, and everybody had, I guess for some reason, they had to take down a wall to make more room in the registration area. And I just kind of thought, well, it's always been bigger. In fact, this year was the biggest year ever for Phoenix Comicon. Over 85,000 people came. So I don't know why they thought that people weren't going to show up. I don't know. It's just kind of dumb on their part. And they apologized. They said they were going to make it up for the fact that they screwed up during this whole, you have to understand, this is Arizona. It was 113 degrees outside. We had a record heat wave this weekend for June, because last Saturday it was only 97, and then it blew up to 113 on Friday, 118 on Saturday, and then it went back down to a 115 or 114, something like that. And it was just ridiculous. I was extremely pissed that I had to wait an hour and a half outside. But enough about that. That was just kind of a little damper on my whole weekend, and I hope I'll never have to deal with that ever again. This was all the stuff inside. That's my roommate, my best friend, Adele. She's with me. And I'm just recording everything that's going on. They had a lot of nice artwork there. They had a lot of PopCap things, a good mixture of just like anime and comic book, and people love to cosplay out here. I personally don't like to cosplay, even though you saw me earlier with the Wolverine shaved beard. I guess you could say that's the closest I came to doing some cosplaying. And other than the fact that I had, here's some delicious cakes people were selling. Got some of those, and they weren't bad. The cheaper ones tasted like something that you would get for really cheap at a grocery store, while the more expensive ones were pretty good. And yeah, it was Friday. Honestly, was not the best day for me, and I'll get to that part in a moment. I mean, the first part being that we had to wait outside for an hour and a half over literally nothing. I mean, the line wrapped around the convention center a lot of times. Here's me holding some lightsabers. I wish I could have some of those, but God, those things cost like $150, sometimes $200 if they made sound. Those things were hella expensive. And here, right here, is the famous tower of shirts, and they have anything and everything that you could ask for as far as shirts go. A lot of neat little things. Here was some Spider-Man cosplayers going on. This one was a nice picture that I took. He just happened to pop up at the perfect time. This was a little bit outside. It was, by that time, the line wasn't as big. As you can see, I don't see any lines. Everybody had gotten in by this time. I think this was like close to the evening. You got to see a whole lot of different car shows. They had the Jurassic Park, the DeLorean, some cars from Mad Max, and I thought it was pretty cool. It was a little neat little thing. I'm a huge fan of Jurassic Park. That's one of my favorite movies of all time, the first Jurassic Park movie. It got me into what I want to do with my life, which is to make movies. And one of these days, it's gonna happen. Just gotta hope and pray. One of these days, it'll come through. It's a little Jedi things here. I thought they were pretty neat. Okay, this was both the coolest and the worst moment of my life. This right here, if you guys don't already know who they are Team 4-Star. Team 4-Star, they do a Dragon Ball Z parody. And it's probably one of the best Dragon Ball Z parodies ever. I've been watching these guys since 2010, when they literally had barely any subscribers, and now they have over 2 million subscribers, and it's just really cool to see how much they've grown. They all do their work in a studio now in Texas, when I guess a long time ago they were all over the world. This guy I'm talking to, his name is HBI2K. He lives in Tucson. That right there is Lanny Pator, and right next to him is Kaiser Neko. Really cool guys. I got to talk to him for a really long period of time. The really sucky part about this is I got their autograph. That wasn't the sucky part. I got their autograph. It was really cool. It was really neat. But I stupidly left it on the ground when I went to take a picture of the next thing that's coming up. I left it on the ground. I forgot about it. I thought about it maybe 10 minutes after I left, and then I went, fuck, I forgot my autograph. So then I ran all the way back as fast as I could, and lo and behold, it was gone. There was no coming back. It was gone, and I was extremely just pissed. And I just wanted to go home. I didn't want to do anything. I was already pissed earlier because of waiting in line with the heat and everything. And I was just upset. I was an emotional wreck, Yeah, that was the picture I told you about. I got up from my seat. I love Daredevil, so I took their picture, and that's why it immediately goes to Saturday right here, because as you can tell, Saturday was hella busy. Look at all those goddamn people. It was a lot of people. It was really... Well, I gotta admit this one thing. Saturday was a lot nicer day than Friday was to me. Friday was just probably one of the worst days of my life. Had to wait outside in registry and record heat waves for June, and just basically, I lost an autograph that I really would have cherished. I could have lost any stupid picture, any stupid autograph. I had to fucking lose Team 4-Star's poster that had their autograph on it, and that really, really pissed me off. And I I remember I wanted to go into their panel, their 18 and up panel, in the room that they had them in. Get this, it started at 7:30. We got there at 6:45 because, hey, I'm going to get a good seat. They had a line that was going through the halls and winding in and out, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? These guys don't even, they haven't even started. They're not even going to be there until 7:30, and you're going to sit there and tell me that we're probably not even going to get in. And I know that size of room and the amount of people that were trying to get in there. I know for a fact nobody was going to get in there, like, at all. So that was pretty much the straw that broke the camel's back for Friday, and I was just like, fuck this, I'm going home. I'm so pissed off. Lost my autograph, had to wait earlier, and now I won't even be able to see the 18 and up panel for Team 4-Star. So I left, very upset. But then Saturday comes around. I'm with my buddy Miguel, and he's looking at everything right now. I pretty much already saw everything Friday, but there was a few things I didn't see Saturday, so we were just checking out a few things here and there. Saturday, I got to admit, was a lot better day. I got to see a few panels that absolutely made me laugh in stitches. I got to see DC Douglas. He's the voice of Wesker from Resident Evil. He was doing this. It was called DC Douglas After Dark, and it was basically just, I don't know, kind of like fanfic. He was reading, and he would get people from the audience and read from it, and it was the most embarrassing stuff because it mainly consisted of, like, sex. And those two up there are Aaron Zek and Caitlin Glass. They're voice actors. Really nice people. There's a picture of Totoro in a Pikachu outfit. There's Aaron Zek right there. For those of you that don't know, she does the voice of Blake from Ruby, and she's in Rooster Teeth. She was a very funny girl. She is not like how her voice, she's not like how her character is. She's completely funny. She's very sweet. I took 2 pictures before with her, and I said, could we do another one? There was someone in the background. It was like her publicist, and she just laughed and said, yeah, absolutely. And this was the picture that I had, and I told her, thank you so much, and keep up the good work. Right here, this is Caitlin Glass. She's an awesome voice actor. She does the voice of Rinri from Fullmetal Alchemist. She also does the voice of Maria from Bakuno, which is my favorite dub. I told her that personally, that it was my favorite dub, and she said, oh, thank you. Took a picture with her. I tweeted this picture to her probably a day after, and on her Twitter, she retweeted it and said, thank you so much. I'm glad you had a good time. Or something like that. But she's just a really awesome person. Her panel was really cool. Very, I guess, kind of inspiring. She does a lot of other voices too, like she was the main girl in Oran High School Club thing. I never cared for it, but everybody loved it, and I was just like, oh, okay, that's great. Yeah, she was very nice. There's me being the Green Lantern. I'm a badass. This was Sunday. As most, well, maybe none of you know, but I am a single father. And Sunday I wanted to make it all about my son and basically just have him go. I always took him to like small festivals here and there, but I never took him to the Phoenix Comicon, which is like the really big convention that's here in Phoenix. And I think he was pretty excited. I think maybe it was a little overwhelming for him. He's 9, and the fact that he saw a bunch of people there kind of made him go, oh, I don't know. But I would say for the most part he had fun. This is the walkway that connects the 2 buildings at the convention center. It's pretty cool. The 3rd floor had the big panels that had the big spotlights for actors. Sean Astin was there. Sean Astin, he's from Lord of the Rings. He played Sam in Lord of the Rings. He was in the Goonies. He was in Rudy. He does a lot of voice acting now. Speaking of voice acting, they had a voice actor panel, which was pretty cool. Voice of Brain from Pinky and the Brain, Wacko from Animaniacs, and a few other people here and there. I guess there's the cars, and you could see him up in the walkway. Yeah, this is my son. He was really excited. He pointed and said, "Hey, there's people fighting down there." And I went, "Really?" And there they were. I went, "Oh, I had no idea." Most of these pictures I wanted to take with my son, but he didn't want to be in any of the pictures. And it's weird because normally he likes to be in the pictures, but I was like, okay. It's weird, but whatever. I mean, I guess kids get in moods, and, not the cool dad like I used to be. And now all of a sudden, I don't want to be in pictures. I'm too cool for that. This was the Sunday crowd. It wasn't nearly as big as it was Saturday. Hell, Friday was bigger than Sunday. But Saturday was just a madhouse. And Sunday's usually the kind of, everybody's so tired from Saturday and they're just relaxing. This game right here, my son was playing. I guess you could win a prize. The majority of it was candy, and then if you had a chance to land on something, you could win a prize. He got candy, but when it was my turn, I actually landed on a prize. And I got to play this game, and right here he's telling the camera what I won for him, and I won that Flash for him, and he absolutely loved it. And he was more into it after I won him the Flash, and he had his candy. So yeah, he really liked that, and he was more into it after that, I think. And this final piece right here is the last thing that we got to do together. We were at this voice acting panel, and my son, he was happy because he got to have another little present I gave him, and he was just talking about how he liked this and that he wants to go to Phoenix Comicon next year, and hopefully it's not too hot. And I said, yeah, I agree. And yeah, that's pretty much this is what I got him, was the Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's, because that's what he's really into right now. And then after this panel, we had ourselves a good time, and then we just left and went home after this. There was really nothing else to see after Sunday, because after that we had a few more hours, and then they were just going to close it out. So, yeah, that's pretty much all we did.